India's cheap oil imports from Russia are threatened by new U.S. sanctions. Besides, oil transportation prices can also cause India's oil refining profits to plummet. New U.S. sanctions threaten to reduce Russia's oil sales to India, the largest buyer of Russian crude oil by sea. This also hinders the two countries' oil trade and forces processors to consider other sources of supply. Not only that, new sanctions could also increase transportation costs and affect refining profits. Russia is still the main supplier to India, but refineries are having to import more products from elsewhere. According to data analytics firm Plur, India's total oil imports from Saudi Arabia in February were 22% higher than in January. Reliance Industries, India's largest private refinery, achieved high volumes. Highest since May 2020. Bloomberg tanker tracking data also shows that stricter enforcement of Western sanctions and payment problems have hampered India's purchases of Russian crude. Some tankers previously scheduled to head to India had to turn back. However, Indian refinery executives said they still want to import more Russian oil, but will need U.S. approval to increase purchases again. Russian oil is currently only $2 to $4 per barrel cheaper than other sources. This discount level once reached more than $30 per barrel after the Russia-Ukraine conflict. As a result, India's imports of Russian oil have increased sharply as many refineries take advantage of cheap oil sources when other markets do not buy Russian oil. In 2023, Russian crude accounts for nearly half of India's purchases. However, recent U.S. sanctions have left some goods stranded. In addition, refining profits also decreased because refineries in India had to bear higher costs. They face stiffer competition from Russian supplies in Asia. Rising shipping costs and tougher U.S. sanctions enforcement have limited India's access to cheap Russian crude.